I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street
boy beats.
I'm on it,
Man, I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped.
on the strip.
But you checked out the new season of BMF.
I watched a little bit in the shop. I was like, I'm gonna watch when I get to the house. I really ain't on a demand for it. I want like 4 or 5 of them to come out so I can like binge watch it. I don't like to wait till next week.
I don't either. I usually let it come on. I usually let them come on and then let a couple of days go by. I usually watch them after we do the podcast.
No.
Usually, like when it be the seasons of other shit, I watch it after we do the podcast because that'll be like, to me, when we do the podcast and then whatever shit I be done did, I usually be done got off early in the morning and shit like that, and then I come here and we do whatever we do, Famous Kitchen pop off, and then we do this, and I usually watch that as to relax after we do. Not to mention, when I'm with you, I'm always relaxed, Paul. But
Kick your feet up. Enjoy.
pause. But nah, I always watch them after. But I watched it on the March 1st. But I watched the March 1st, then I watched it again last night. It was pretty good. Something to me though, with Meech's son playing Meech, to me, by the nigga not being an authentic street nigga, I'm not saying his acting really ain't really. He just walking around like yeah, nigga, yeah. It really ain't like. It's interesting because it's set in place. Like you take a monkey and teach him how to say some words and put a fresh outfit on in the chain and then teach him how to, he's been trained to do this. But he's not a good actor at a fucking all.
Or probably because just like how Ice Cube's son portrayed him in.
He can act though.
I mean, I can act like Ice Cube because
No.
This is what I'm saying right here.
Cube's son been in a bunch of other movies.
No, but here's the thing that I'm talking about right here. If you got to play Napoleon, you know what I'm saying? No, you never met Napoleon. But if I grew up with the character I'm supposed to play, I know everything you do.
Right, but Cube, like I'm saying, Cube's son has played more range parts already, and his career has been short.
I'm going to show you the handicap of it right here.
His son has played more range parts.
We've already seen who Ice Cube was. We watched him, grow up and everything. We watched who he is and all that right there. You know what I'm saying? So, I've never seen Big Meech nowhere on nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, well,
I'm
I'm saying
no characteristics of it. So
I seen him
that's what I'm saying. I can't get it out. What if his son is playing that role as his father? You know what I'm saying? This is the person I've seen grow, and it's to the fucking T. And if you met him, that's exactly how he is.
That may be true, but I'm not saying he's doing it wrong. I'm just saying me watching him as me watching his work. It just seemed, and I could believe that because his dad, the type of decisions that they portray, the things, the way they did some stuff, seemed like he would be like that because he was like, he wasn't trying, like where other niggas was trying to be killers in those situations, he was trying not to have nobody murdered or none of that, which is some good shit to where you might not be as hard as you gotta be in situations because you could conduct your business in a different way. Even some of the motherfuckers like with big corporations, they become fucked up people and hardened in situations like that too. You know what I'm saying? Like when they build their business and you might have to do something on the way to the top or some shit like that. But it just seemed like, I don't know. I see like what I be seeing is like what I see when I see a lot of the younger dudes today. And I ain't taking nothing from them. Like, do what you doing. It's great for us to have. And not to mention, this has been fueled and able because of hip hop also. That, you know what I mean? Because hip hop made that whole shit happen, period. You know what I mean? So you got to give up fucking flowers and all the shit you could think of to that because hip hop is fueling a lot of shit. It's making what we thought was something that was so fucked up growing up or in other people's eyes. And Paul Clark really picked up his lighter as a smoker, so wanted to buy Jackie while we shoot. But it's just like, when niggas grew up hustling and shit like that, a lot of niggas was because that shit was their family was going through hard shit. They made it the worst shit of all in the world seem like it was cool. It's like they looking from the eyes from the niggas that was getting money, like people that was trying to take care of their family and shit like that.
And it switched the narrative to like if
That's
you
what I'm
is
saying.
spoon fed, we kind of look down on you if you spoon fed. Like, come on now.
When they would be looking down,
Like you ain't a real person because somebody loved you harder, you know, or got more money. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always tell my kids, you can't be making fun of somebody for being more poor than you.
Yeah.
I'm not no middle class nothing.
Right. Don't get it fucked up.
Yeah.
Like even motherfuckers with money not living in with the mind state of a motherfucker with money, because as soon as you do that shit ain't right. And dude, were birthed out of a situation that was hard for their family. You ain't necessarily gotta be homeless and starving with no meals to be oppressed. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are oppressed in our own ways. We are oppressed overall as a people, but we are also oppressed individually the way we deal with life. The shit that you use in your everyday shit to make you be like, I was listening to the nigga Terry Crews on Shannon Sharp Show, Club Shay Show, whatever the fuck it is. Good interview. I ain't gonna front him, dude. He interviews well. I'm saying Shay, he interviews the fuck out of a motherfucker. Somebody is his fucking intern is writing the fuck out some questions. Look, I ain't gonna go into that, but he got some good questions. And I listened to Terry Crews speak about, because he from Flint, Michigan. And he spoke about the shit he went through. And he didn't even really want to be a football player. That motherfucking big motherfucker, he didn't really want to be. He walked on the football in college. He went to school for art.
No, yeah, but he wasn't always a big motherfucker either.
He was always big. He was a football player.
I remember he told his story when he.
But he said that he was
when he started lifting weights.
No, he was already lifting weights. But I'm saying I didn't go by that part. But what I'm saying is he spoke about a place where things weren't, being in Flint and shit wasn't great. You know what I'm saying? And then he had the opportunity to go to school. His first scholarship, he said, was in art and shit like that for school. And he said to play football, he just walked on, went or whatever. That's why I got the walk on shit. That's why I keep coming out my mouth. Because I heard him saying he walked on and tried out for the football team, and that's how he got a scholarship in college. He was already in college and then got a scholarship to play football. And then he said he never really was good and shit like that. But past all that, like, what his outcome was and all that, my whole point was to say the different things people do or go through, you never know what a motherfucker going through to make them do the shit that they do for their family. So
it works both ways, though. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you don't look into other people's world. You know what I'm saying? When you poor, okay, there's a crime that you'll do. You know what I'm saying? And there's things that you'll do. Steal from people, or whatever, sell dope, or whatever, steal. Whatever it is that you're doing, because you need that extra dollar for something. Well, if you got that money, we on the outside looking in. We just thinking they just kicking their feet up every day. It's money everywhere, like Scrooge McDuck. No, more money, more problems.
But then even Scrooge McDuck was trying to tell motherfuckers about that money, though. Scrooge wasn't going around spending his bread and doing stupid shit like that.
No, he just got a syndrome. You know what I'm saying? It's like he don't. It's a greed. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. You know what I'm saying? But I done seen a lot of situations where you got that money. You think that people just crossing their feet. We in the money, but when you see Eddie Griffin's story right here, it's like you was spending more than what you had. Now you gotta do extra shit. You know what I'm saying? You got that same burden. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna make my house note and all that. It's the same, like that feeling when you can't. You know what I'm saying? How I'm gonna make this food last for the month or get school clothes for my kids.
When you an entrepreneur or in any kind of business for yourself, that's every day. You live like that. Like say he a comedian and he executive produce or whatever his own things, because he gets behind himself too. And when you doing anything that you're trying to get behind and push through the world and you're not being funded, that's the shit. That's what motherfuckers do, because you got to put in those hours and that work for the reciprocation of the dollars that pay those things for you. can't go in no shit half-ass. And if you shake them dice at yourself, I'd rather shake my own dice at me and then some other motherfucker.
I mean,
it's hard to bet on a nigga.
You can bet on yourself and go full dice, full steam ahead, put it all in, and then it's like you just fucked up all the money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like more money, more profit. I can tell you so many, like even Buster Douglas. You know what I'm saying? You didn't know the laws that was out here. You know, you gonna get you a crib over here in Florida, you know what I'm saying, and then you still got a crib and you did not know you had to pay taxes there. He's like, I don't live there though. I just bought a home. You got an address there.
And then that's like,
so now you got to pay this tax and that tax over there at the same time, and you didn't have that $2 million. And they ain't say nothing at the beginning.
right.
So you don't know.
They not gonna say nothing because they gonna send letters first.
Shaquille O'Neal, his story. You know what I'm saying? When he got that $1 million deal, you know what I'm saying? He bought him and his mom a car, and his stepdad like, "Where's mom?" He said, "Okay, I'm about to go get you one." They was Mercedes. He said, "Y'all don't got enough." You do not.
But that's because the money.
He didn't know taxes took out half, and
the money didn't. He ain't that. With that, I think that was his signing bonus though.
He spent it, and he know $1 million went that quick. Only bought 2 cars.
That was the sign. It was 3 cars. I think he bought
couldn't
theirs
get
too. He got all the cars and then tried to do some other shit.
Now he got 2 of them. You know what I'm saying? And they had to break it down. Taxes took half of that $1 million. You know what I'm saying? And then you know what I'm saying? This car was X amount. This car he couldn't get one.
Well, still though, it didn't last long for him in his situation, and that's what all I'm saying is like I understand about Meech, Lil Meech, you know, with the part. I just don't agree with his acting. It ain't the best acting, but how things have come along to let people see from the other side of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like where a motherfucker wasn't really doing bad. He was doing good with the shit they put out into the world.
And then it gotta be fun because you're acting in a whole new different era. We in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? And I like when you had Eddie Griffin on when they play characters and they gotta be like in the 60s or the 70s, like Dead President.
Or his ass even when he was in
Dead President.
Jason's Lyric, that motherfucker had the rollers in his hair and shit, like, cause niggas, that was real niggas from those.
What's the
times.
dude that had the wooden leg on Dead President? Like, motherfucker made me have he owned the pool.
Kirby.
Yeah,
It was niggas like that.
It's so
though.
easy for Kirby to do it because he's like, I lived in this era.
Is there a nigga?
60s.
Do you see Kirby's now though?
No, it's always.
No, I'm saying, do you see any motherfuckers not that's old like Kirby was, but like those
Older
type
than
of
him.
people? Do you see any of them niggas these
Yes.
days? You've seen them?
Yes.
Not the old nigga, 60-year-old nigga. Kirby wasn't 60 in the movie.
Listen right here. And I know some of them right there, and I don't even feel comfortable saying the name. I'll say the name when we off the show. You can be like, oh yeah, right.
I might not seem like a Kirby though. He might seem like, all right, Paul think he Kirby type nigga. But we might have a different relationship.
Yeah, but that'd be easy. You know what I'm saying? Who was the dude that was like playing him in pool? He was like, Terrence
Howard.
Like he just fit right in the 60s and 70s.
He did. He played the fuck out that part. Kirby was there, and then the young boy, dumbass nigga, Lorenz Tate came in there, flexing, playing this motherfucking pool game.
Because every time I see a movie and it's in a certain era, you know, I just be looking at all the cars in the background. You know what I'm saying? Like, I better not see no SUV because they didn't exist. I better not see nothing.
You watch a movie now, they'll have some shit like it's supposed to be. Some of these new shits, you gotta be whatever you gotta be. I'm like, that's the type of shit I pay attention to. All the details, like
I bet
that would have never.
phone.
When I be watching
even the music, I'm like, hold on, they didn't play that back then.
Yeah, exactly the music. That's what I go through with watching Kanan. I'm like, that was not them coats wasn't even out then.
Hey, I said that about and I was talking about how the girl that everybody wanted.
The Tommy Hilfiger coat.
Rock. Her, when the leggings, like you didn't see that back then.
No, they did. My mom.
It was more like
rock them. My mom them. I remember that. Them they tights. They ain't leggings. They tights. It's different.
Nah, but if you wore it, you had that sweater thing that like came to here. Like you didn't just have that whole.
Nah, the catsuit. I remember my sister came on Wager with a catsuit on Ursula's ass, and she was stacked. Ursula stacked. Ursula came. I was like, motherfucker, y'all got me fucked up. No.
And that jacket.
In a catsuit, nigga, that was 90.
I'll be looking all over the car.
92. 91, 92, Ursula came on that motherfucker with a big ass Coach bag. Some high. It was like remember Olivia Newton-John on fucking at the end of Grease, and she like damn, still like the tight suit. She had the shit on too, but my sister had the shit. I was like, man, you got me fucked up. Get out of here.
I don't even think they were wearing them in the 50s. On Grease.
They was wearing them shits was out. They was wearing the belt with them in. But whole thing though, to play them different eras, I know I dig the show. The show is dope. The nigga doing this thing, but it just seemed like I don't know. It just seemed like sometimes he's supposed to be a little more. It seemed like he should be a little harder at that point, and then not. But then but being a different type of nigga, he probably wouldn't be because he didn't have to be because that wasn't his way of fucking with shit. But the show also are letting people. It's like breaking open doors on the way to show that street shit that they gave us to make a living off of, and then jealous at the same time. Double jeopardy is showing ways that motherfucker. This is all they gave us, and this is what we had to make lemonade with the lemons when it came like the BMF. When the niggas created something and dude's supposed to be about to get out and possibly in 2025. Allegedly.
No, you said they gave us.
The government. They gave us the dope. That's documented. And I'm saying, I don't know the exact plan, but it had to be a plan because where they was dropping that shit off, motherfucker said you could just go in a fucking, not just anyone any given day, but it'll be a fucking truck sitting over there. Motherfucker get the fuck with the truck, go in the truck. It's a truck full of guns. Ain't nobody there.
But you can't use that as an excuse right now because
there's no excuse. I make no excuses about nothing. What I'm saying is, I'm saying that they are opening eyes. People are more taking the things from our past that they may seem terrible.
I always say that's a blessing and a curse. You know what I'm saying? The curse was, we seen what it did to people. But the blessing was, what if everybody laundered the money? What if everybody, it's a laundromat right there. You know what I'm saying? It's this right here. It's like everybody just like really just had fun. It was a sprinkle of people who's like, I'm gonna use this and I'm gonna put this drive-through up. I'm gonna put this gas station right. It's a very sprinkle of few. So that's what it was. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like when I look in the world of narcotics, you know what I'm saying? It works just like this right here. If y'all say this is our drug and you frown your face at it, is like, okay, then what was that PCP shit, that shit over there that y'all doing over there, angel dust that y'all doing over there, like, is that y'all's drug? You know what I'm saying? Because when we was selling the cocaine, that was their drug. You know what I'm saying? Mafia and then all them, they didn't want us in their shit. We ain't fucking with them, you know what I'm saying, the mooly motherfucker. We don't do business with them at all. You know what I'm saying? And if we started to sell their drug, you know what I'm saying, you stepping on our shit.
Thing about motherfuckers like the mafia though, they would get into anything to make them $1 and let you sell it and just collect a piece. But the PCP shit, all that shit like that, that's government shit too.
I know, but my point is this right here. So, you know what I'm saying, even Asia, you know what I'm saying, they got their drug. You know what I'm saying? Oh, it'll slide over here with
opioid?
Opium. No, not opioids.
Heroin?
No, opium.
Yeah, but that's...
It's a whole new... It grows over there, you know what I'm saying?
That's what they make the heroin from.
Is it called... It ain't called opium.
That's where
it's black. No, it's something that's all black. Opium is black. Completely
black tar or heroin?
I don't think it's about the same thing. I'm going to have to Google that.
Process. But it comes from over there. Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
heroin comes from over there.
And that's their drug.
Well, it's one of their... what you call it... shit that they company had. I mean, their country sales. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's one of their shits. But it's you know what I mean? Like it's other places that have agriculture, they sell those things too. But they're one of the bigger places that got it, that always had it from back in the day.
Yeah, as far as a drug dealer point of view of whoever you is. You know what I'm saying? You know, if you was selling this drug, that was y'all's drugs. African Americans had to bust their ass, or that, you know what I'm saying, make you pay more and give you less, and you know what I'm saying, it was shit like that. You know, Nicky Barnes had to be like, I took over all y'all shit. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no more nigga this and nigga that. You know what I'm saying?
But now Nicky Barnes is a terrible example. It's a terrible example.
Why?
Because he was getting it from niggas that had it.
But he still had to fuck with the Italians, and they didn't want him there.
Yeah, all the niggas had to fuck with the Italians.
When he, they didn't want him living in that neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? You have some mafia boss that lives there, some mafia boss. They did not want move me out then.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Move me out. They would drive past his house real slow.
But that nigga, he ratted on niggas. Because a nigga fucked his bitch. So he told.
They ain't got nothing to do with that was their drug.
But he wasn't the biggest nigga. That's my point. You bringing up Nicky Barnes,
that ain't what,
he's irrelevant.
I'm not saying who's bigger or not. I'm saying the way that this man was treated in a white man drug world. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that with him. He's a nigger. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. So that was their drug. And you know what I'm saying? We started to muscle in on it and started to do it also with them selling it. You know what I'm saying? It was like you frowned upon. You know what I'm saying? So if that was their drug, our drug is here.
His plug.
Is the crack, cocaine. There's white people that selling crack right now. I say it all the time, drug bust, and then this is what we got, all this right here, and then you see like 15 white people that's sitting there in the background. You selling crack?
So you saying that because they were his plug, that they controlled the market? Or what are you saying?
Italians had the cocaine. They had to connect to get it from here to here to here or whatever and shit. You know what I'm saying? And if they didn't fuck with niggas.
Yeah, that's but even though they didn't fuck with niggas, they wasn't the only people in business. Niggas were in business for themselves as well.
And they
without them.
Listen, if I got, it was so many cases like here. Like let's say you are the plug, you know what I'm saying? And that Italian is getting it from you, and then me, I'm some, you know what I'm saying, nigga off the street and shit, you know, and I do got to save money. It would be frowned on them to say, to tell you and shit, don't be selling to that nigga.
Right, but they were still doing it.
We don't want your people even around here.
They were still doing it anyway, though.
Like I know, but it wasn't a majority. It wasn't a mass majority like it is now.
Without niggas, nothing moves without the niggas.
You missing my point right there.
I don't
that
know
white
point.
Drug is their white drug. The crack was our drug. You know what I'm saying? But when you say the cocaine and all that world, what they do, when they do their movies and all that right there, it's thrilling. But when you do the cracking, it's frowned on. Like that, they gave us that drug. You know, they gave them that drug too.
Yeah. Well, cocaine been around. Cocaine ain't made from opioid.
No, it's a coca plant.
Yeah, but you was talking about the opioids.
No, I ain't say opioids. The opioids is pills.
Opioids, bro.
No, I said opium.
Opium, it's all the same shit. Come from the same thing. It's made in just different stages.
Opioids is mostly pain medication that you get addicted to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we got our drug, they got their drug, they got their drug, they got their drug, or whatever.
But I think
our drug is the drug that everybody frowned they face up like shame on you.
But all these shits has been around forever. So who necessarily says
name a cocaine dealer that you didn't think that was cool in all the movies and all, he had the clothes and all this, he was fresh and rooted for him and all that.
I already said I thought motherfuckers it was the shit to me, bro. I said that early. I just said it earlier. Who would I just say I thought was Boss Hogg, nigga? I thought Boss Hogg shit was flawed.
And then there was
he had a big fat bitch, so that might be where I got that from first.
Then there was no lean towards the weed dude. They didn't care what gender or color or whatever the weed person was that was selling weed and had money and all, like Blow. The beginning of Blow, you know what I'm saying? They was the coolest motherfuckers on that beach.
Yeah, getting money. Yeah. That's the whole thing, getting money.
Yeah. And I thought there was no frown on it. But when he started when he started dealing with cocaine, he was like, you fresh ass, fly ass mother. He got the bitches and this and that.
Well, he was rich. He made money. Nigga showed him something different. He'd have probably got there, but that nigga was still selling 600 pounds. That's what he got knocked with, so I know he had more than that at a time.
Yeah, but my point is the weed, he could have been a black dude doing the weed. He could have been a Mexican doing the weed. It didn't matter. Nobody really frowns on the weed guy. But
the cocaine was kind of like cocaine was kind of like how weed was in the beginning.
And they had the same violence, but if you do a crack drug dealer and a cocaine drug dealer.
It's
like
two different niggas.
No, it ain't two different.
No,
niggas.
I'm saying, listen what I'm saying. I'm saying the times that you speaking of, like when crack came, yeah, that's what it is. A crack, it's a whole nother mixture.
Mafia murdered people.
Everybody
Even when the
people.
Colombians, when they the drug dealer and they selling cocaine, you still got this fresh fly little, you know what I'm saying, Pablo Escobar and all that right there. Everybody want to say that they was him and music and all that right there. Like even that look right there. But when you do the, you know what I'm saying, both of y'all killing somebody, but it's just so demonic when you see the crack black dude do it. You know what I'm saying? It's just looked at so demonic.
The crack dealer?
The crack dealer.
Somebody?
There's a more demonic look when you have a drug bust or a drug, you know what I'm saying, shootout or turf war, and if it's crack, cocaine is the drug of soul, it's like a demonic look. You know what I'm saying? But when you see the mafia or the Colombians and they, you know what I'm saying, shoot ups, it's just like action.
That's because they trying not to be seen doing it.
Who?
The mafia.
Who told you that?
They may do
In
it.
broad daylight, they gunned down Griselda.
That's not the mafia, that's the Colombians.
Didn't I just say the mafia, Colombians? I said they both do cocaine, but when you see them do it, there's a different light when they're doing it. It's smooth. When you see
And
the
I
whole...
said the Italians, they trying not to be seen. They want you to get smoked and then somebody finds you.
No,
But-
Italians was sending messages. Come on, even the St. Valentine's Massacre, you know, that wasn't quiet. You lined all them people up and told them to get on their knees and then shot them all in the back and then left them there.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm gonna give it to you.
Now, the mob boss ain't gonna get his hands dirty, though.
You're right.
Cocaine dealers don't be getting, you know, not cocaine dealers, but, you know what I'm saying, when you see the Colombian ones and you see the Italian ones, whoever's the boss there, they don't never get their hands dirty.
Because he's the boss.
But that
In
crack,
all businesses, no bosses get their hands dirty.
in the crack business, that nigga done shot you. Like
And
Rock
tell
should
him-
never be shooting nobody.
Who?
Rock should never be shooting
Rock?
nobody. Yeah,
Rock who?
Raquel. Yeah.
But thing where it seemed like, you do something, you gotta. I guess I gotta do it my fucking self because y'all niggas is tripping.
Watch how, you know what I'm saying, Charles in charge. I don't know why they picked him. I can't not look at him as not Charles in charge. He's Charles in charge.
Who, Tony Danza?
Yeah.
That's not Charles in charge.
Who is that? Who is that in the Italian dude?
The boss. Who was the show he was
Who's the
on?
boss?
The boss. Who's the boss?
The one-
But he
oh,
been in
yeah.
a bunch of shit. He played
Who's
on
the boss?
Taxi. He played in a bunch of mob movies and shit too.
Like, I don't take that character shit, but he's not killing nobody. He's not.
He ain't got. Yeah, he got to.
He's not gonna. Hey, I'm gonna
The
turn this
nigga-
up. We're gonna walk over here. You see this music up. Now we're gonna talk.
Yeah, that motherfucker at the counter gonna kill your ass while he be at the crib.
But the crack movies, if he was black, he would have been the shooter.
But the whole thing of it all is like motherfuckers been for years, you know, niggas just mimic what they see. Like, so if you go by, it may be different from different places you go to, but everybody probably grew up looking at the way society put the man in charge and the pecking order. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at even though you might not know it, motherfucking shit, Trump's dad was a hustler. That's where their money come from. They shit didn't come from where it is now.
The stepdad or the dad?
The dad.
The stepdad gave him $1 million. And
Whoever
said-
gave it,
He said in 3 years I want my shit back.
whoever gave it to him, he was a father to him, good or bad. And I ain't had no specifics on that. I just know that it was his father. I never looked and see if it was his dad or stepdad.
I always looked at it as like, you fucking your mom. You 12.
I'm fucking your
motherfucker.
mom, boy. I'm your
you
dad.
12. Like, we don't bond. We don't go fishing.
You know
none
I'm
of
your
that
daddy,
shit.
boy. I
Yeah,
rip
boy,
mics to shreds and
just trying to
playing
style
seeds
my
like
shit.
toys.
Yeah, it was something like that. I don't think they was close or nothing.
That's a Playboy quotable. He said, you know I'm your daddy, boy. I rip mics to shreds and play MCs like toys. Fuck all y'all, cause I'm raw. Draws and true, young true, playing them paisley silk draws. It used to be nice.
Now girls don't wear panties no more.
Nah, he had the paisley silk draws. That's what he said. He don't think paisley silk boxers. Girls don't wear panties. They don't wear panties no more, just straight to the puss.
They don't want the panty line to show.
Like that's something. These bitches ain't got no class.
I won't say all of them do it, but the majority they don't. So when you do see panty line, you be like, you on your period, ain't you?
In my world, bitches been not wearing panties, bro. And then I had a bitch that had panties on. Then she wouldn't have panties on.
I did not grow up in a world like that. I grew up in a world you get your ass whooped if your slit was showing. And your hand on your hip. Bitch, get your... I might tear my slippers up. Your slip showing. Like I ain't seen a slip in decades.
Bitch got a slip on now.
Or that running your pantyhose.
Or some regular ass stockings on.
I ain't seen pantyhose and I don't know. Hell no. Take your pantyhose off too, baby. No.
The Broadway Show podcast is being brought to you by.
I got a taste for some greens. I want something different. I mean, some chicken from Martha's Kitchen when they know ingredients, missing, listen. I want a brisket. I like my cornbread this thick. Pick up the phone cup, get this. They got the biggest sandwiches. Ha. Thank you, Lord Jesus. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup. Is that macaroni and cheese? Yup.
Our Family's Kitchen. Holler at us. We got you. 614-556-2174. Oh. What's that here? That's it. We can sign out. It's the Rawway Show podcast with Rawway and Paul Clark. I'm your host, Rawway, the big homie.
This is Paul Clark. Y'all know me.
Signing off. Next week, Derek is going to do a challenge. We don't know which one yet. Check us out. Playboy, what's up? Yeah. Now get the fuck out of here.
I'm on it, I'm on it, I'm on the street
boy beats.
I'm on it,
Man, I told y'all niggas y'all ain't ready, man. We can't be stopped.
on the strip.
Slow down,